Hey, it's your boy Ron Big Black Garrett. I pray that you're well today. I want to talk to you a little bit about a subject that's near and dear to my heart, as so many are, and that is what to do when you go to your doctor. Now, some of you are being quite foolish when you think you're going to walk into a doctor's office, a man or a woman that have spent the majority part of their adult lives going to school to get educated, and you think you're going to walk in there and tell them because you've listened to a couple of podcasts or you've seen a bunch of lectures on YouTube, like I have, and you've gotten educated. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking what you learned in your journey for keto. But don't go in there trying to start a fight. Don't go in there trying to, it's okay if you have enough thick skin to go in with research and all these other things to show the doctor what you're doing. If you have the thick skin I actually have that, but even I don't do that. You know, I steer away from that because I don't have time for that nonsense. I'll go in there and get all my stuff done, shake my head, nod, and do all the things that I'm about to tell you to do. I go out and eat a steak covered with butter. I go out and eat some vegetables covered in olive oil. I go out and smoke me some meat and eat the heck out of that. I ain't got time to sit there and argue with no doctor because he doesn't agree with the way I'm eating. The argument doesn't even start most of the time if you do what I'm about to tell you to do. Now, I have two doctors. I have a VA doctor who surprisingly is very supportive of my ketogenic lifestyle. I accidentally let it slip out because I had practiced with him for a long time, but he finally said, "Hey man, what the heck are you doing? I might want to share it with some other people." And long story short, I ended up sharing it with his nurse who's diabetic, and I explained to her because she could not believe my blood values had went down the way they had, and she said that they thought something was wrong with all my blood work and all that. And that's the story that I've told on a number of the podcasts and everything. So they've been very supportive of me. That doesn't mean that he says anything for you VA people that are listening. I don't want you going trying to crucify my doctor. He's never told me to do keto. He just told me to keep losing weight, keep being healthy. He doesn't even really want to know about the diet. He just knows that I'm doing something to increase my health. Now, my private doctor, on the other hand, he sort of, I could tell when I talk to him, and I have a couple of little few ways of talking to him. I'll just bring up low carb, high fat, and just to see in the office and just to see what the reaction of sometimes the staff is. Have you heard anything about this low carb, high fat? And then they'll often tell you, hey, blah, 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 blah. When you hear that, then you know, hey, it's time for me to shut up and just get this visit over with. And when I walk out, if I feel like it, I'll get another doctor. If not, then I'm going to just stick with him or her, but I'm going to change the way I interact with them. Number one, don't go in looking for a fight. Like I said, man, I am so privileged to understand how hard doctors work to gain their licenses and all of these other things that they do. So I'm not going to go in with my little old education and try to challenge them on everything. What I do is I go in, and when they ask me, wow, how did you do this and how you do that? Hey, doc, I just did what you guys tell me to do. I cut out all the crap. I quit eating candy. I quit eating muffins and extra servings of stuff and all this. Hey, I'm a man of God, so I'm not lying to them. And if you say that a lot of times, they'll say, aha, that's how he or she is losing the weight. They cut all the crap. If they had been doing this all the time, they would have lost 70 pounds a long time ago like they thought I did. They thought that's what I did because I could tell they were very against keto. And I was sort of doing it as an experiment because, like I said, I'm not afraid to talk to any doctor, and I've actually educated a couple on a few things. But that was my strategy, and that's my strategy because my doctor will send me to other different doctors. And when I go there, some are for keto and some are not. But like I said, when I first talked to them, I actually talked to them the way I'm telling you. Don't go in with all this nonsense. So just go in, and when they ask you how and why your blood values are better and all that, just say, you know what, doc, I cut back all the sugar. I cut back on a lot of the nonsense that I've been doing over the years to harm my body. And a lot of times you're going to be able to then Because the doctor really doesn't care. If your blood work and stuff looks good, he or she's going to think that they're actually doing what they need to do to get you healthy, when a lot of times it's you eating food, eating the proper food. But who cares? As long as you're getting that support and getting checked out to know that you're on track, that's what's important. You don't get a gold star by your name because you go in and win a fight you think with your doctor. Your doctor has a lot of other patients. He's not thinking about you. He's not sitting up at his house eating a bowl of happy flapjacks or something and saying, oh, well, that guy came in there and really showed me today. Ho, 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 ho. That don't happen, man. You know, every now and then a doctor will get an epiphany because of something that a patient says. And if you're in that lucky situation that happens, then that's great. But a majority of the time, it's just prudent to go and do you. Do what you need to do to continue to live your ketogenic lifestyle. So that's all I really have to say on that. Just go in, do your thing, get your blood work, get all that stuff done. And as you continue to get stronger and get healthier, and you can let more information out or not. I have people that go there and they do exactly what I just said. And their doctor's like, okay, well, just keep doing what you're doing. Never once bringing up keto. They just, when you tell a doctor you're cutting out sugar, all of them know that sugar is bad. When you tell them that you're cutting out ding-dongs and ho-hos and candy, they know that's bad. You know, it's funny how they know that, but then when you say you're cutting out wheat bread, they're like, oh, that's not good, whole grains. Well, there's not much difference on the glycemic index between whole grains and a ho-ho. Maybe a little bit, but not that much, you know. So just do those things. I'll be coming back touching this subject again on down the road, but just know that I have people that have tried these methods and it's a lot less headache with their doctors. They quit fighting with their doctors. Even doctors that are totally against keto thought that they had stopped doing keto when really they don't. They didn't. They just stopped how they approached their doctor until they could find another doctor, or if they like the doctor they got, they just keep them but stop all the nonsense. You know, not every doctor is like fabulous Dr. Ken Berry, you know, who knows what the heck he's talking about when it comes to and knows the ketogenic approach. So do that. If you have any questions or you need more help on this topic, hit me up in the comments or hit me up on one of my social media outlets. Lastly, though, I want to talk to you about something that's really just hitting my heart hard, and I'm trying not to tear up here. Man, I am so blessed to be put in the position to help people. I always like to say that I'm a fat black kid that loves cake, but don't eat it no more. That's all I am. I'm no different than anyone else, man. I have a big mouth and I like to talk. I like to make people feel good. I love to encourage people. I love to spread the word of God. Hey, you better know that's my number one agenda. Even my Buddhist friends and my Muslim friends and all of them will tell you that I love Jesus. They may not love Jesus the way I do, but they respect me because I'm true to my faith. So that's always number one. Never get it twisted. But at the same time, I love people the way Jesus loved me. And that's the thing that makes me feel so good. When I hear from you and you tell me about your weight loss, even if I don't have the time to respond back sometimes, or if you tell me that something that I said, whether it's keto or faith, encourage you, man, you don't know. I've actually shed a lot of tears over those comments. I've actually shed a lot of tears over those posts. When you share my posts, I'm thankful. So even if I've been remiss to thank you, know that I thank you. My buddy Yogi Parker shares a lot of my stuff. I've never met this man, but that's how strong this keto community is. That's how strong this Christian faith is. That's how strong brotherhood of peoples that have the same agenda. That's how strong it is. So get out there, change your lives, be healthy, and remember, don't fight with your doctor. I love you. I'm praying for you. You need to understand that when I do these things, I mean what I say. So just keep calm and continue to do what you're doing. Love you. Peace.